The newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. A fire broke out at a warehouse in Bagong Barrio, Caloocan City. To give us more information on this, we have on the line Fire Officer 1, John Michael Manalo from the Bureau of Fire Protection in Caloocan. Mr. Manalo, good afternoon.
Hello, sir. Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon po.
Sir, we'd like to get an update. Ano na po ang lagay ng sitwasyon dyan?
Bali kanina pa siya na fire under control last 10:18 in the morning and then fire out siya 10:37 in the morning.
Sir, meron po bang mga naiulat na italang namatay or nasugatan?
Sa casualty po, wala po tayong listed na casualty. And then apparently meron tayong injured, minor injury, more or less 7 to 8 people sila na accordingly empleyado po nung netong nasunugan po.
Mr. Manalo, meron na rin po bang leads sa kung ano po ang pinagsimula nitong sunog?
Wala pa, under investigation pa. Ongoing po yung investigation po natin.
Sir, final question, meron na rin po bang estimated as to how much yung damage na naidulot po nito?
Under investigation pa rin po.
Alright, maraming salamat for giving us this information. That's Fire Officer 1, Mr. John Michael Manalo. Meanwhile, the U.S. Treasury Department has frozen the assets of self-appointed Son of God, Pastor Apollo Kibuloy. In addition to freezing his U.S. assets, American and U.S. entities are also barred from transacting with Kibuloy. Kibuloy is in the FBI's most wanted list and was indicted last year for alleged sex trafficking. He is a close friend and spiritual advisor of former President Rodrigo Duterte. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The low-pressure area east of Huban, Sorsogon has developed into Tropical Depression Rosal. Rosal was last spotted 110 kilometers northeast of Verac, Catanduanes. It is expected to intensify into a tropical storm within the next 24 hours. Tropical cyclone wind signal number 1 is raised in Catanduanes and the eastern portion of Camarines Sur and Albay. Meralco customers can expect higher electricity bills this month. Gerald Del Peña with the story.
As if the spike in commodity prices isn't enough, it looks like consumers are in for further belt tightening. Meralco said customers will see an increase of nearly 33 centavos per kilowatt hour in their December power bills. For households consuming 200 kilowatt hours, this means additional 66 pesos in your total electricity bill. Meralco explained that it has completed its mandated refunds to customers which offset the drop in generation charges.
Itong DRTU is not actually technically created an upward adjustment dahil natapos na yung DRTU 3, no? Pero hindi siya matuturing na increase dahil sa presyo ng kuryente. Nagkataon lang talaga na natapos na, kaya tumaas yung overall rates.
However, this could just be a preview of what could be an even bigger rate hike come January. The Energy Regulatory Commission said customers consuming 200 kilowatt hours a month could see their bills go up by as much as 80 pesos. This comes on the back of the suspension of the power supply deal between Meralco and San Miguel South Premier Power Corporation. Meralco said that while rates could go up in January, it may not be that much.
Since the suspension happened in the middle of the month, so hindi naman full supply month agad yung affected. So it won't be that much. We don't expect it to be that much.
The ERC said that the Office of the Solicitor General has already asked the Court of Appeals to lift the temporary restraining order on the power supply agreement between Meralco and SPPC. In the meantime, Meralco is negotiating with 2 other power suppliers to fill its 670 megawatt supply deficiency. For News 5, Gerard de la Peña, we are One News.
More and more Brits are forced to cut back on spending during the holidays amid a high cost of living in the United Kingdom. Let's watch this.
COVID kept Christmas pretty muted for the past 2 years, but there's another factor which keeping families cutting back on their spending. This time, it's soaring inflation that's fueling the cost of living crisis. 67% of households surveyed by the price comparison site Uswitch said they were reducing their holiday spending. The top areas for cuts are presents, food, alcohol, and socialising. In total, it's estimated festive spending could drop by more than £5 billion. And when you look at the rising costs, it's easy to understand why. The cost of cooking a turkey in an electric oven for 3 hours has surged by 62% since last year, while turkey itself is 19% more expensive. That rise has been driven by higher feeding costs and an outbreak of bird flu. And then people are facing soaring energy bills, which are pulling them off wanting to host festivities. Bloomberg analysis suggests the cost of heating a home for 6 hours has risen from £2.63 last year to £6.76. That's a more than 150% increase. All of these costs are putting pressure on people, but charities are worried that it's the most vulnerable people facing a cliff edge after Christmas.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 1:30 in the afternoon as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.